I saw a real life Pokemon battle. Well, it was sort of real life. It was pretty real life. It felt real life to me, although Pokemon always felt real to me, so I don't know how much that counts. It's as close as I'm going to get to seeing a real life Pokemon battle, which is very exciting. So yeah, this year I went to Worlds in Anaheim, a Pokemon World specifically. If you don't know what that is, the way I've been describing it to people is it's basically the Super Bowl of Pokemon. It's a giant tournament where like all the big competitive players come together and play Pokemon and they go battle each other. It's really cool. I don't battle personally. I'm not that good. But I enjoy watching it. I love watching it. And I was able to go see it. Yippee! Yeah, I've always been a Pokemon guy. I've loved Pokemon ever since I was a little kid. Me and my older brother actually have the same memory of like when we first encountered Pokemon. We were in our daycare together. Someone had a VHS of Pokemon in the episode where Ponyta evolves into Rapidash while like Ash is going on the race. Me and my older brother had the same memory of both of us watching that when we were little, and that's where our love for Pokemon evolved and sprouted from. Such a specific memory, but we both remember it, so I can't be crazy. Ever since then, I've been a Pokemon fan. I love playing the games, I love watching the show, I love just doing Pokemon everything. I have a favorite Pokemon. It's can you see them? They're behind the green screen, so you can't. Yeah, we'll get them out. Here are two of my favorites. We got Turtwig and we got Bulbasaur. They're my cute little dudes. They're not my favorites. Well, Bulbasaur is. Bulbasaur is one of my favorites. I love this guy. Can you see them if they're on my lap? A little bit. Not really. Should I put on my shoulders? I'm going to put on my shoulders. This is funny. Yeah, I also have a shield on over there on my computer. Oh, you're so cute. They're going to fall. This is a bad idea. Oh, well, at least now you've seen them. Now you know I'm not lying to you. I have so many more plushies too, but I'm actually currently moving, so they're all in storage. So, womp womp. Next video, I'll be able to see him in the background. So yeah, I love Pokemon, dude. Pokemon's awesome. Oh, you can kind of see him. Hello. Ah, he's so cute. Is this what you paid for? Is this what you subscribed to watch? Guess what you're watching now. Anyways, so going to a place that was everything Pokemon was on real. Even though Pokemon's obviously ginormous, like everyone knows Pokemon, everyone loves Pokemon, there's not a place that's dedicated to Pokemon, you know? Like if you love Disney, you can go to Disneyland. If you love Mario, they've recently opened like Super Nintendo World. Even places like Harry Potter, you can go to Hogsmeade and watch all that stuff. But I've never really had anything like that for my favorite thing, Pokemon. And let me tell you, as a Pokemon fan, it was the most magical experience I've ever had in my life. Because there was just Pokemon everywhere. As you're walking in, there's a giant sign that says like Pokemon Worlds. There are banners for like a bunch of random Pokemon. Like there was a banner for like Pheasantipity and Iron Valiant. Like where else would you find that? So just walking into an area like that is absolutely surreal. Like it is unreal as a lifelong Pokemon fan. I was actually going to make a video of me going throughout the convention center and trying to count how many different kind of Pokemon they had like advertising, but I didn't end up doing that. I didn't have enough time. So you're never getting that video. Sorry, guys. Yeah, one of the mornings I got there super early because I had something to do. As I was walking into like the main hall of the convention center where like all the Pokemon things were set up, they were playing the Pokemon Advanced Battle theme. Like, a kid from Palatown, got a brand new world to see, don't know what's ahead. You know that one. Like, it's so big, Pokemon Advanced, come and play. That was playing in the convention hall in the morning, and I almost started crying. Like, that's not even a bit. Just because that's the generation I grew up on. My first Pokemon games was Sapphire and Leaf Green. So seeing that, like, oh, it was magical. I'll tell you why. It was magical, sweetheart. And not only was there Pokemon everywhere just because of the convention, but also like the fans of Pokemon. It was cool seeing how many people were just like me and were huge fans of Pokemon. And to see who everyone's favorite Pokemon is too. Like, obviously everyone has their favorites, but some favorites are more niche than others. Like, I love Mudkip and Bulbasaur, but I also love Shieldon. Oh, let's see if I can get him. Dude, like this little dude's one of my favorites. Look, oh baby, oh baby. And so it was cool seeing other people with their more niche favorites too. This one guy, he had a bunch of Dreepies on him, which I'm like, Dreepy's popular, but it's not that popular. Or this one guy had like a bunch of Metangs. I'm like, who the heck's favorite Pokemon is Metang? So to see someone whose favorite Pokemon was Metang walking around. Sorry if I'm giving you a headache. So to see someone whose favorite Pokemon was Metang just walking around was really, really cool. Like, just to see everyone and their own individual love for Pokemon in their own way. Amazing. So cool to see. Yeah, so day one, I picked up my pass. I actually bought my pass from this one guy who was competing. Super nice dude. Thank you. And when they gave you the pass, they actually give you 2 free booster packs too. And in one of my booster packs, I got a full art Kangaskhan. Look at that. I don't know if it's worth any money. I didn't really look it up, but I don't want to sell it. I want to keep it. I guess it's more of a memoir. A memory thing than a Selly thing. So that's really cool. And there were like so many photo ops. There was so much you could do aside from like watch the games. I was able to take a photo of Pikachu with Gengar. Gengar was great. He was a spooky little dude. I asked him to take a spooky photo with me. He did a little shaky, 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 shaky as he was like, it's hard to describe. I'm not going to do it because I'm sitting down, but he was kind of like that. As you might have noticed too, some of the photos are kind of low quality. That's because I was taking them. Is that around here? I don't think it is. I was taking them on my old digital camera. So that's why some of them look kind of grainy and not so quality. And so a lot of the footage I'm probably going to be using from someone else. So yeah. But yeah, no, so that you could take a photo with a bunch of Pokemon. There had a bunch of like just statue photo ops you could take with. I took one with this Pikachu, with the Legend Z Pikachu, and he wanted to see the photo on my small camera. So we took another one with my like little phone. And he was really excited to see it, which is just really cute. But no, so many cool photo ops. All the people running them were very, very nice. Also, Pikachu's head is so fluffy. Like, the photos don't do it justice. You could just, like, I could nuzzle, just, like, get up in there on the Pikachu for, like, a billion years. Just, like, it's like cuddling up with him. So cute. You could meet a bunch of people there over the weekend. The big one was Jaden and Alpharad. They had their own like little signing and like photo opportunity. I wasn't able to do it just because you have to sign up for it. And plus, even if you don't sign up for it, the line was still like a billion years long. They literally cut off the line so you couldn't go do it. It's understandable. They're huge YouTubers. So like, no, like, I totally get it. Totally get it. Although I was able to meet Alfred later. I bumped into him in the hallway. I'm like, hey man, I love your content. He's like, hey, thanks. So thanks, Alfred. That was awesome. One thing I did wait in line for, though, was to meet Aaron Cybertron Zang. So I've been watching Aaron's competitive videos for a very long time now. He's one of the casters. Phenomenal guy. Oh, my goodness. He had a meet and greet with some of the other casters, too, which were all very nice people. I literally felt bad because I didn't know the other casters. I was Googling them while I was online. I'm like, who are these people? Because I don't want to be rude. They were all super nice, though. But no, dude, Aaron was such a nice guy. He even did his little intro with me, and I was starstruck. It was so cool. Like, I don't get nervous, bro, but I was shaking. Like, you could probably see in the photo or video I have playing here. Yeah, let's look at that video.
Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Worlds with my man Luke.
It's me, and he's here too. Oh my goodness.
Who's come to our fan meet, so thanks so much for coming, and thanks for watching.
Dude, thanks for having me, man. A pleasure. Yeah, absolutely. Woo!
So yeah, it was so cool meeting them. Amazing time. They had a bunch of panels that were going on too throughout the day. There was one with Cerebi that I watched, which was so cool. Love Cerebi. The guy was so nice. I also saw a game show, which I didn't realize was hosted by Brian Gilbert, whatever his name is. Brian David Gilbert? I was saying that right? I don't remember. Probably. Super fun. That game show was so much fun. You can actually see it online right here. I'm somewhere in the crowd there. I was Team Bulbasaur because once again, woo! So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff you could do there. You could check out the new games. There's a little area to play Legends EA. There was a little area for like Pokemon Go. It's like a little merch area. There's an area for the Pokemon card game. Like there was so much to do. But the main reason to go, once again, was the competitiveness. Like that's why everyone's going. That's why this event is a thing, to compete in Pokemon. And that was amazing. Like the way they had it set up was that you're in this main hall with this giant stage, and the giant stage was divided into 4 different areas. Going from left to right, it was a Pokemon Go area, Pokemon VGC, so like the video game, Pokemon card game, and Pokemon Unite. And so all these games were going on at the same time on stage, which was super cool. Like obviously my biggest thing that I like to watch Pokemon is the like competitive VGC, like the video game playing, and just watching that was amazing. WhatsApp just went off of my computer. I should mute that. Because not only could you see the screen on the big stage, they had like real sets as well up there, and the lighting would go off if something would happen. Like if a Pokemon terrestrializes, the background would get like all crystally. If a Pokemon got knocked out, like the lights would kind of flicker. It was really cool. Like they did set production, you get like a big old thumbs up. Yeah, they're great. And it was just so cool once again. Because I feel like watching competitive Pokemon is very niche. It's not like sports, you can go up to basically any man on the street and be like, hey, what's your favorite sports team? And they'll give you a favorite sports team. That's not the same with Pokemon. You can't go up to some random person and be like, hey, are you a Calyrex Ice or Calyrex Shadow player? Regulation H, Regulation I, what do you prefer? That's not a thing. It doesn't exist. So to be in a place where everyone was on the same mentality of you when it comes to Pokemon was just so cool. And something cool would happen and would cheer and crowd and yada, yada, yada. So it was cool seeing this like in a stage area where everyone's kind of standing around, divided by different sections. But on Sunday was the arena. And this is where my title comes back into play. This was the main event. It was the final day of competing, and you could watch the finals of everything, of the Pokemon trading card game, of Pokemon Go, Pokemon Unite, and Pokemon VGC in an arena, like on stage. I cannot tell you how amazing this was. They said ahead of time that you were going to have limited spots, so I got there super early. Plus, I wanted to see, I'm not super into the card game TGC, so I wanted to see that too. So I got there early to watch that. Dude, those games are long, man. All these things are best 2 out of 3. One game of that was like 30 minutes, which, you know, is definitely longer than I anticipated. But I mean, it was still cool to watch. Like, everyone would cheer when something happened, and I had no idea what was going on. So I was like, yeah. And I'm glad I got there early. For some reason, they stopped letting people into the arena, even though the arena like wasn't full yet. It was probably 3/4 full. They just stopped letting people in. So thank God I got there earlier. Else, like, I wouldn't be able to see it. Then came VGC, and it was so freaking cool. So first of all, just seeing Pokemon VGC playing on such a level is insane. It's the difference between watching an elementary school play and watching a Broadway play. You know, still both good, but you know, it's just one's going to be at a lot higher level than the other. And so that was what VGC was. It's seeing these two professional titans of Pokemon play. Like, I believe there was over, oh geez, I want to say like there was over 700 people who were competing. Put that number here if that's true or wrong. And so these were the top 2. These were the top 2 finalists. And so to see the best of the best of Pokemon come to play together was so cool. But not only was it cool seeing these 2 Pokemon players play, whoever organized this and like came up with the set design and how like the stage moves and works needs to get a raise, because oh my goodness, it was so cool. Because basically we're all in an arena, right? We're all up top, and there's gonna be a visual over here of this stuff. And so we can see the 2 players and like the big screen where the game is being live streamed. But not only that, where the players were sitting, the stage, like rectangle, was actually a screen. And what they did, they would change the screen depending on what was going on. So before the match started, you could see all the players' Pokemon on each side to see, like, you know, who they're bringing, who their team is. Once the match started, it would show the 4 Pokeballs. And when the Pokemon came out, it'd be like, oh, they're bringing this guy and bringing this guy. Again, you can see it over here. But then, in Pokemon, there's field effects, right? You know, there's Sunny Day, there's Rain Dance, there's Grassy Terrain, there's Electric Surge, Trick Room. When that stuff happened in the battle, they would put it in the stage, like on the floor of the stage. For example, when Electric Terrain came up, like the stage would get all zappy. When it was Sunny Day, like you would see the sunlight coming out. When Grassy Surge came up, it would like be all grassy. When Trick Room was on, they would like have like a little like Trick Room visual. I don't know if it messed with the players, because I'd feel like that'd mess me up if I'm just trying to compete in a professional game, looking down, I'm going, whoa, it was so cool seeing it like in an arena where everyone was together and everyone was cheering, everyone was freaking out, everyone like being surrounded by people who also love Pokemon and being like, oh, like they made a good move, this thing, yada yada yada. Oh, I can't explain it. Like the second match of the game was amazing. One of the players made this crazy turnaround that had them win the game, and it was just unreal. Like, you're at the edge of their seat. This is the closest I'm ever going to get to seeing a real life Pokemon match, because that's what it felt like. It felt real life. It felt like I was watching real life Pokemon being played against each other, and when cheering and yelling and hooting and hollering, it was unlike anything I've ever experienced before in my life. It was a dream come true for someone like me. It was fantastic. At the end of the tournament, once everything was done, well, first of all, they had an ending ceremony, which was really cool. They had like this little music playing. They had a lot of original songs for the convention, which was really cool, actually. Like, some of the songs are really good, but at the end they were playing some music, like this violin symphony. I low-key kind of wish they would have played like actual Pokemon music, because, you know, Pokemon music is gorgeous. So it would have been cool to hear that like in symphony in real life. At the end, they had some actual announcements for new things coming out. Nothing that was like shocking or groundbreaking. You know, they had some announcements for the card game, for TCG Pocket, for ZA, but they didn't even announce a new Mega, which you feel like they would have. Well, no, whatever. But the biggest announcement was that next year they're doing the same thing. They're having an actual arena like they did this year, because this year was the first year of them doing an arena style. But next year they're making an actual convention. Worlds has always been competing first, fan stuff second. Like the reason people go to World is to watch people compete. Only the hardcore people go for like the convention side of it. Next year they're going to have an actual convention. Like, it's going to be a convention for Pokemon happening at the same time at World. So, you know, I'll be there. You best believe it. So yeah, it was freaking fantastic. 10 out of 10. It was amazing. Once again, I basically saw a real life Pokemon battle. Yeah, I'm going to go get Dodoy. Also, merch. As you probably heard, it was like an impossibility to get into the merch store, but I was able to. Thank you to the guy I bought my ticket from. Once again, you are the GOAT. Yeah, it was cool. Like, I got a bunch of cool stuff. Look at all this cool stuff I got. The jacket is sick. I love this jacket so much. Yeah. That's the video. Bye.